Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a plan with me for the week of Valentine's Day. I'm using my Hobonichi Weeks. Sorry about the weird lighting. My Hobonichi Weeks. Sorry, not Weeks, my Hobonichi Cousin. The Weeks is narrower. And this one I am redating because it's actually a 2024 planner, but it was gifted to me, so I'm going to use it. So today is Thursday the 6th. So I'm going to be doing the week of the 10th through the 16th. And sadly, I will not be getting a tattoo tomorrow because my tattoo artist got fired. Uh-oh. Anyway, so this is this week. So I really quick want to update that one of my sons stayed home today from school. And I don't think there's anything else. Oh yeah, we didn't have beef stroganoff for dinner last night. I like to keep track of what we ate after the fact, and I jumped the gun, so that's why I have to white this out and rewrite it. So last night we actually had, what did we have? Godfathers. Yesterday here in Omaha, Nebraska, it was icy and kind of sleety, and I just didn't feel like cooking, so we ordered Godfathers. And I don't think, oh yeah, practice was canceled last night because of the ice. And I did not get the duplicate title that I needed to get, also because of the ice, so I will have to try to do that. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow after my chiropractor appointment since I'm not getting my tattoo. Okay, so now we're going to do the week of the 10th through the 16th, and I'm going to be using a kit that I found. Oops, I don't need my stars. Oops. I got this kit off of Etsy a while back, and it seems like it would be very cute for Valentine's Day. And this kit is from Lisa Lorene Plans. Lisa Lorene, I don't know how you pronounce that. She has a store on Etsy, and she has lots of different sizes of planner stickers. This planner set, or the sticker set, I had bought when I was using a different planner, and I'm just going to make it work for this week. But I love all the little birdies and the hearts, and it's just really cute, so that's what we're going to do. One thing about this planner is I do have to redate the top, but with this particular kit, it's made for a Hobonichi Weeks, and in that book, the days go like this, and so that's why the days of the week are listed vertically instead of horizontally. So I'm not going to use that, otherwise it would be sideways and I'd have to cut it, and I'm just not going to deal with that. So I'm going to use my handy dandy alphabet series, or days of the week stickers that I got from Hobby Lobby ages ago out of a book from the Paper Studio. And I'm going to see if I can find some that are, that's pretty close. This book has been awesome. It has days of the week in all these different fonts, colors, as well as the monthly numbers, days, or monthly titles, I guess. And then they have just all these different colors and shapes and sizes. So this all comes from Hobby Lobby. I can't remember the name of the book, but I took it apart because I started to use a lot of it and ended up putting it in this little happy planner kind of makeshift sticker book that I put together. So anyway, so we'll use these, and let me see if I can find my tweezers. Okay, so first things first, I need to white out the day and the date. It's not going to be perfect. That's okay. It just needs to be blank. So I have a place to put the sticker where it doesn't bleed through too much. One thing about the Hobonichi Cousin is that they also have the weekend together, which I like, but because of how they do it, Sundays are always red, Saturdays are always this kind of gray color, so I have to white out that whole thing so that it doesn't show through, which is okay. And I am also using my handy dandy Bic Whiteout Mini. I love these things. I talk about them probably every video that I do, because I use them constantly. I buy them in bulk whenever I get the chance. So anyway, all right, so now we're gonna stick on our days of the week stickers. Now, because it's kind of early on yet in the book, I do sometimes put another thinner book underneath so it's more flat. That doesn't bother me when I'm just writing in it, but when I'm decorating, I like it to be a little flatter. And I still do, what the heck? I still do Monday through Sunday, just like it is made already in this planner. I've always done Monday through Sunday on my weeklies, but I don't want to have to rewrite every single day if I don't need to. So I like to use the stickers. Good Lord. I do like this color, and I'm sure that I will probably purchase more. I'll probably buy this book again or something similar if they ever came out with, you know, different colors or different fonts or whatever. I would still buy it because I do enjoy all the different colors. I'm a rainbow girly. I like all the different colors. I like the options because I can almost always find a sticker that goes with whatever kit I'm using. And I like that. Now, I probably should have cut part of Thursday off, and I might go ahead and cut off part of Saturday, just to make sure I have room for the number on the side. That's why I cut the day part off of the Wednesday, because it was just too wide. So I think I'm going to cut the day off of the Saturday also. There we go. Oop. Just so I have room to put the number. Oh, there goes my sunshine. Turn the lamp on. Well, that didn't help much, did it? Oh, well. You know, we're at the mercy of the sun. That's okay. All right. Now I've got our days of the week. Now I could use like a marker or something to write the days, but because I've got whiteout, I don't like to use marker over the top of the whiteout, so I'm just going to use my pen. It's not fancy, but it gets the point across. I really only need to know what the number is, right? And, you know, I'm not fancy. I don't do fancy lettering or any of that kind of stuff. So, there you go. All right, so the next thing I do when I do my planning is I look to see what I've got going on. So we're starting with Monday the 10th. My son has practice, a game, practice, a game. So I need to go through my pile here. These are the stickers I use a majority of the time, and mark those days out. Actually, you know what? Just kidding. The very first thing I need to do is I need to go through and make my lines dividing up my days. So let's see, I think 13 should do it. I'm going to use my Crayola Super Tips, but I want to look and see what color I think will go best with these stickers. So this is 13. Let's get our kit. Actually, I think 12 would probably look better. So what I did in here to figure out what color's what is Super Tips don't have colors marked on them in any way. So I take a label, I number it 1 through 50 because that's how many markers there are, and then I write it out by number in my book. So I'm looking for number 12. There it is. All right, so we'll use number 12 to draw our lines. And there's no rhyme or reason for how I did the colors. Like, you can look and see. You know, I did try to go kind of somewhat, you know, by color. But that's just how it is when it comes in the package. Like, number 1, I think that was like a lighter gray. I don't know what happened to that. Number 14. But anyway, if I started with black as number 1, or that whatever number as number 1, then this is just how it turned out. So anyway, that wasn't a very good explanation. I apologize. It is a little early. So what I like to do is, so you see how it's numbered? It goes up to noon, and then it starts at 1. This is military time. So I usually go until 3 p.m. and I draw a line. So 12, 1, 2, 3. So at this point, I get my ruler. At this point, I will draw a line, and that shows that it's 3 p.m., which is what time I pick my kids up from school. Now, I also draw the line on the weekend, mainly because then it's just all the way across, and I don't have to differentiate. But the reason I do that is because right now I'm staying home. And so it is nice to be able to be like, before the kids get home, after the kids are home. But also when I go back to work, I do have to pick my son up from school. He doesn't get busing. And so that just kind of reminds me of when I'm doing my schedule, that's the time I have to pay attention to. The other thing I like to do is I rarely do anything before 6 a.m. And so I usually draw a little line across 6, because that gives me a chance to have a little bit of extra room at the top for making notes about the day, special things like birthdays, if it's garbage day, stuff like that. Just gives me a little extra space at the top to kind of write a little note. And then at the bottom, I was trying to carve out like a separate little spot for notes, but I kind of have that at the top. And I have a running to-do list. And so I think I'm going to forget that extra line. And I'm just going to go down to the bottom. Leave a little extra room. Like I said, I plan my meals at the bottom. And I write down what we had. I don't necessarily write down what we're going to have. And that just makes it a little bit easier for me in terms of keeping track. Because if I say, yes, we're going to have, you know, burgers on Friday, and then we don't, it's easier for me to be like, oh yeah, we had burgers on Thursday instead. And that, so by Sunday, we should have those eaten up. You know, I don't know. That's just how I do it. So we have our days divided up. Now, since I'm not going to do this extra line at the top, and this is a full 24-hour calendar, I don't need all of this, like this time, like this would be technically midnight. I don't need these hours. So I'm going to white this out, and we'll do like I did in the previous weeks, and I'm going to spread the evening times out a little bit. So what that's going to do is just give me more space in the evenings to write down like games, you know, activities and things like that. You don't need as much time during the day because the kids are at school, and you know, there aren't as many like appointments and things, but in the evenings we have a lot of activities. So it's not gonna look perfect, but I'm going to white out these times. Whoops. Now, some of you might look at this and go, ugh, that looks terrible. It doesn't bother me. What it does, though, is give me a chance to customize it and make it work for me. And that's the purpose of a planner, right? Is that you're planning it in a way that works for you. And I have difficulty with memory due to my ADHD, and so I'm very much out of sight, out of mind. If it's not down on paper, it kind of doesn't exist for me. And so it is important that whatever I do in my planner, it works for my brain. Otherwise things just don't get done. And so this is what we're gonna do. All right. And then I usually, oops, go back in with my pen and kind of redraw the line. Okay. It doesn't look magnificent, but it gets the job done. So now I need to figure out how I want to divide it, because I gave myself extra space at the bottom that I didn't give myself on the previous weeks. So what I did here was I did 6, then I left 2 lines, and then 7. So maybe we'll leave 3 lines. So that would make this 3 o'clock, 3, so that means 1, 2, 3. So this would be 4. I'm gonna use a pencil. 1, 2, 3. So this would be 4 o'clock. 1, 2, 3. This would be 5. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 9. Okay, that's actually perfect, because rarely do my kids have anything past 9 o'clock. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now I've been wanting to try some time blocking, and this will also work out well for that, because with the number of lines in between, it could be like 7, 7:15, 7:30, 7:45, and then 8. So yeah, I think that's gonna work. So let me just real quick write out some of these numbers. I know this is boring, but like I've said in previous videos, I like getting a chance to see how things are done in real time. Plus, I tell you what, the last few weeks, I'm going to be honest, have been pretty rough for me. If you've seen some of my past videos, you know that was quite disappointed in the election, and the outcome in the last few weeks have been kind of a culmination of the worst possible scenario for me in terms of what I thought might actually happen and what certain people might choose to do in their term. And so yeah, it's been a rough couple weeks. So sometimes doing something kind of mindless, like writing down these little times in my book, just give me a chance to not have to think about the things that I'm worried about. I don't know. Anyway, all right, so now we're ready to put our stickers down. So like I said, my son has practice on Monday, Thursday, Friday. Whoops, wrong week. Monday, no, it's still Monday, Thursday, Friday. No, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay, so Monday, and the times I think are all 7:30. 7:30, oh, 7 and 6:30. Well, color me wrong. Okay, 7:30. He plays for 2 different teams, and so it can get confusing when it comes to which day is which team. And then one of our rehearsal, one of our practice times just got switched to 6:30 instead of 7:30. So anyway, then I have a game on the 15th at 7. I have a game. I don't have a game. My son has a game. 15th at 7. Okay. So again, we're not super fancy. So we're just going to do practice 7:30 for JP, which is one team. And then here we're going to do practice 7 p.m. for the other team. Practice 6:30, whoops, for the first team. And then game at 7 p.m. That one I do have to pay attention. Okay, and then on Sunday, nothing. I love it. Our, I should say, my son's basketball season is going to be wrapping up pretty soon, so I will be happy to have a little bit of a break in my weeks and not have to be driving him all over creation. You know, it's kind of a lot. It adds up. Okay, so the 11th, nothing. The 12th, so at his school, they do have kids that go out and do what we call safety patrol. And so it's only after school for a few minutes, and it's only like once or twice a month, but it's enough that if I don't write it down, I will forget Wednesday the 12th. Because that day, I have to wait for him a little bit extra. So the reason I keep track is, even though he's only out there an extra maybe 15 minutes, you know, if I were to have an appointment after that or something, or think to myself, oh, that day after this, I'm going to go do something, I remind myself that it's a little bit later. Okay, then nothing on Thursday, and then Friday, of course, is Valentine's Day. And that day, my son will have a dress-down day at school. He typically wears a uniform, so you have to keep track of which days are dress-down days, or we forget. So write that down. It's not that big of a deal, but he gets to wear regular pants, like sweatpants, and then he can wear like a pink or a red t-shirt. My other son has no school that day, so let's find our no school sticker. Canceled birthday. Oh, I'll move the garbage. Ah, stuck together. There you go. Okay. So no school on Friday for one of my children. I'm not quite sure why. I think it's conferences, maybe. I don't know. So Valentine's dress down. We've been watching Severance every Friday, so that's why that's on there. And then it's Valentine's Day, so I am going to take my kit and I'm going to find, we'll use this one. To just, you know, remind us it's Valentine's Day. The little cutie sticker. Okay. And then Thursday, I had my garbage stickers out and then I put them away. Thursday is garbage day. Let's use this. That's one of those special things that we keep track of in the top boxes there. Okay, Saturday, my sister is going to come visit, I think. Not 100% sure, but that was the plan. So I'm going to do one of these, a little question mark, just in case. But I think her plan is to come, see the game, and then spend the night. So we're just going to put a little maybe right there. The other thing that's going on that day is my son's winter formal. So actually, let's do this. Let's move this down a little bit because I don't know for sure. And then we're going to take this and we're going to write winter formal. Now, I don't have all the details for the winter formal in terms of time and stuff, but I mean, generally it's going to be around this same kind of evening. So I'm just going to put it here, and then I can add a time later if there's a specific time frame that they decide on. But you know, they go out to eat and then they go to the dance and then they hang out. So, all right, that's the only stuff I have specifically planned for next week. So, other than the regular school, you know, etc. So now we can decorate a little bit. So these Hobonichi weeks have these little kind of short strips, but they have thick ones and thin ones. And I like to just kind of stick these here and there. They're just so cute. And I love birds. And so the little, you know, mama and the baby bird is just so adorable. And I like the fact that there's some that are thicker and some that are thinner, so that, you know, you're not taking up a ton of space on your page, but you're still able to get in some really cute decorations. So the weekend is vertical. Like I said previously, because of the way the weeks is laid out, the weekend is then, you know, Saturday, Sunday. But I like to just kind of put it right along here. And that just kind of gives me a little bit of a dividing line there. And let's see, I do like to cover up this little thing over here. I think this is cute, but it's not quite big enough. So I'm gonna white out, because this is a calendar that I'm redating. None of the little monthly calendars on the pages are accurate. And so I've been covering them with just washi tape or like a cute sticker. So I think that's very cute. And then my to-do list goes over here. So I'm just gonna write this week. I'm not gonna write it, I'm gonna put a sticker on it for the things I need to get done this week. And one thing I really like about this is it's got this nice long strip of dots for like a to-do list. So I'm just gonna take this and just run it right down the edge of the lines. And that's my little checklist, and I love it. It's so simple, and it fits perfectly, and it's so easy, and I love it. And then down here, there are some thinner little, oop, that wasn't quite cut right, but, so I'm gonna line this up with what I've got on the bottom here, and just, you know, add a little something extra. They're kind of sparkly like glitter, and I think they're cute. So, but oh, it looks like we have an issue with the kiss cutting on this particular spot wasn't quite cut all the way through. So let's see what we can do. Here we go. I'm just gonna cut this off because I don't want to mess up the rest of the sticker sheet. Okay. So then we can just take this part off. There we go. It looks like maybe it just wasn't cut all the way through. That happens. No big deal. So we're gonna stick this down here. And we just have a couple of little, you know, highlights. Maybe stick one over here. That's one thing I like about these sticker kits is that you can use them. You can use the entire kit in 1 week if you want. Or you can do like I usually do and kind of split it up over a couple weeks, because sometimes it just isn't, sometimes you just don't need all the stickers all the time, you know, it gets to be a little bit much. For me at least. If you like to use all the stickers all the time, you know, there was a real trend there for a while of filling in literally all the white space. Oh, that is completely crooked. Let me fix that. Filling in all the white space on your planner. Sorry if my hair's in the way. With stickers and not having any white space on your planner. And that's excessive to me. Oh, that's not very good. So I like to just kind of use a little bit here and there to kind of highlight things. So that'll kind of highlight the weekend a little bit. I don't need that. Let's stick that over here. But now look, I still have some checklists. I still have some cute boxes. And I have some more icons. So if I decide down the road I want to use this again for a second, you know, layout, I can do that. On the 15th of the month, I do get a payday. So I make sure I get that down there. But I don't really have anything else that I want to track or that I want to make note of. I've already got a checklist on the side. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to use this little heart thing though. I do like to plan on the weekend. I'm going to use this a second time. So what I'll do is I'll just save this, I'll put it aside, and I will use this in another planner spread. So this one weekly spread is going to last me 2 weeks, and that's what I call saving money. Everybody's got to do their part, right? In this economy. Okay, I'm going to really quick go back through here and see if I missed anything. Got all my no schools, nothing's been canceled. Oh, I did start watching a show, so I do want to go back through here look at my index. What to watch, page 16. So my index is actually for the month, and my daily pages at the back are, you know, they're dated by the date. And so that's how I've been using my index. So my what to watch page is on January 16th. So if I go to January 16th, here's my what to watch page. This is just some recommendations my sister gave me. So I have a new show that I watched, and I found out there's going to be a second season. And so I'm going to write it down. It's, I think it's just called Man on the Inside. Might be The Man on the Inside, but it's Man on the Inside. And it's Ted Danson, and he's freaking adorable. I love him. I'm rewatching Cheers right now. He's one of my favorites. But I just started watching that the day before yesterday, and I finished it yesterday. It's a super fast binge if you're looking for something. The entire series is like 4 hours long, or at least the first season. So if you get a chance, Man on the Inside. These little stickers, by the way, are from Sarah Elizabeth Prince. I love her stickers. She's got some really, really cute icons, and they can be, you know, black and white or rainbow, and you know me, I love a rainbow. Let's see. I also love Aquarial Designs. She's got these cute rainbow birthday cakes. And then Midnight Snack, that's what I was forgetting. So my son is doing stage crew for something called The Road Show. Where am I going? And I forgot to write that on here. So he stays after school every day until about 4:30 and works on set design. And so I found these adorable little drama mask stickers from Midnight Snack, and they have been perfect for keeping track of the days when he is doing stage crew. So like on Saturdays, it's from 9 to 1. And then after school, it's usually till about 4:30. So I just put it at that kind of 4 to 4:30 range. And then he usually just lets me know when it's time to pick him up. So that's why I go through my pile when I'm planning, so I can see, oh yeah, I forgot that. I don't have any appointments. It's not recycling. These I've been trying to use to keep track of my blood pressure, and I did not really do it very well this last week. So I'm just gonna stick a couple on here to remind me. I'm putting them down here by my meal planner because I don't need much space to write out what I put, what we eat. So hopefully that will remind me to take care of my blood pressure, keep track of that. I already used no school. I already used that. Yep, I already did the rest of these. And I also really love these. I'm trying to remember who these are from. Sorry, this is the boring part of the video where I have to go back and try to figure out what I missed. Lily Grove Designs. She does these cute garbage cans, these cute recycle bins. I use these every week. They're adorable. I love them. Okay. Well, there she is. That's next week. Valentine's Day. We don't really do a whole lot. My youngest is now old enough that they don't do Valentine's Day parties anymore. And so, you know, it's kind of just a regular week, but I did want to, you know, commemorate the holiday, and I think this worked out really well. It's cute. It's Valentine-y without being too, like, over the top. And I think I'm going to like having this spread out a little bit more, especially on the nights when we've got practice, so I can kind of be like, okay, practice at 7, but we really have to leave at 6:30, you know, and it'll be until 9. I could time block that out if I wanted to. So I think I'm going to continue doing it that way. But if you have any questions or you want to take a look at some of my other videos, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next time.